Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Friday, June 13th, 2025. Friday the 13th, our lucky day. And also we got the 14th on Saturday. Got some entries going there. Big day today. We got MLB, of course. We got NBA, of course. We got our long shot lotto entry. We got our dong squad entries. We got 2 tennis entries. We got NHL for Saturday, and we got UFC for Saturday. So a lot to get to. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, set up promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app to get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Again, that is promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. Get that 50% deposit match bonus, best deposit match bonus out there. Also got to remind you, if you've been doing the extender on Underdog, you're getting you can use it on a boost for this game number 4 in the NBA playoffs. You can get a little bit of an enhanced entry there. So hopefully you are using it and you can use it on one of my entries here today. I didn't do it for you. You can choose whichever one you like, but one of these is an old faithful. We're going to keep on rolling with it. All right, let's get into it. Let's start off with Major League Baseball entry number 1. As I said, probably the best spot to be using your bankroll is on these MLB entries, these 2-leggers, these 4 2-leg pick entries at the top of the show. These are generally the best. And yesterday we hit 3 entries. One of them was one of these, and we also hit a pitcher entry. So the baseball stuff is the most consistent this time of year. I'm just so embedded in the numbers, into the games. I'm watching every single day. So let's get into it. MLB entry number 1, Lawrence Butler, higher than 1.5 total bases. Obviously this guy can run. I always want to say Oakland. It's Sacramento right now, but they're just the Athletics. They're playing against the Royals and Michael Wacha. Wacha's been pretty good, but righty versus lefty matchup. I like Lawrence Butler here. This Royals team's just been pretty bad lately. I mean, they got blanked by the Yankees. Hopefully their offense can get going against the Athletics pitching staff, which is not very good. But I'm going to take Lawrence Butler here, higher than 1.5 total bases. Then I'm going to take Luis Arraez, higher than 1.5 total bases against Ryan Nelson in the Diamondbacks up at Chase Field in Phoenix. Indoor, good hitting environment there. Luis Arraez can get a couple knocks. He can get a double, obviously. Best contact hitter in Major League Baseball. That's a 3.51x multiplier. MLB entry number 2, I'm going to go with Bryan Reynolds, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against the Cubs. I think that he projects to do well against Horton. Horton, young pitcher. Reynolds is a tricky batter to face. Reynolds is kind of an unsung hero. He's up and down so far this year, but at the end of the year, I think he's going to be just fine, going to be worth what they're paying him. I'm going to pair him with William Contreras, another NL Central player with the Brewers, taking on his brother of the Cardinals. Wilson is on the Cardinals. William is who we're playing. The William Contreras, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against Eric Fetty. He has been good against him in the past. We're going to keep it up right here. I mean, I'm not joking. He's got how many hits does he have off of Fetty? William Contreras has 8 hits and 14 at-bats against Eric Fetty. 2 home runs, by the way. So higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for William Contreras. Bryan Reynolds, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is a 3x multiplier. MLB entry number 3, we're going to have Agustin Ramirez, higher than 1.5 total bases for the Marlins against Mitch Parker and the Nationals. Again, Agustin Ramirez, great young player in this league. One of the best, honestly, potential rookie of the year. And then I'm going to take Gunnar Henderson, higher than 1.5 total bases for the Orioles as they take on Jack Kokonowicz and the Angels. Kokonowicz is literally the worst name for me to say in Major League Baseball, so I'll stop trying to say it. Gunnar Henderson, higher than 1.5 total bases in this matchup versus the Angels, and then Agustin Ramirez, higher than 1.5 total bases in this matchup against the Nats. That is a 3.3x multiplier. MLB entry number 4, Bobby Witt Jr., higher than 1.5 total bases. 2 slow days in a row for Bobby Witt Jr. You know what that means. That means that we're coming back with a vengeance here. We're going to take higher than 1.5 total bases. Honestly, I was very tempted to make it 2.5, but he went 0 for 2 days in a row. That's not normal for this guy, Bobby Witt Jr. When he goes 0 for 2, he is a guy that's generally going to get it back, things going. Is going to get things going when the next game comes around. Then I'm going to go with Mookie Betts, higher than 1.5 total base against Logan Webb. Logan Webb's been very good. Mookie Betts has been very good against Logan Webb. 36 at-bats, 15 hits. That's a 417 average. He's got 2 doubles and 2 home runs in those 15 hits. He's familiar with this matchup. 3.42x multiplier with Bobby Witt Jr., higher than 1.5 total bases. Mookie Betts, higher than 1.5 total bases. Continuing to the pitchers, Logan, Webb plus Yoshinobu, Yamamoto lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I don't think these guys are going to get hit early. I think they're going to get out of an inning. It's going to be tougher for Webb than Yamamoto. There's a lot of Dodgers that are dangerous at the top of the lineup, and a lot of guys who've had success against Webb. But I do think that that success will come later in this game, not right in the first inning. Then I'm going to take Kevin Gausman and Ranger Suarez lower than 0.5 first inning rounds. Lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Gausman and Suarez and the Blue Jays against Phillies divisional matchup there. 2.76x multiplier on that combo in the no runs in the Dodgers Giants and the Blue Jays Phillies. Pitchers number 2, Ryan Yarbrough and Garrett Crochet lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think they're going to get out of the first inning. I think Yarbrough is going to the horseshoe is going to run out eventually. And then I'm going to take Jack Kokonowicz and Charlie Morton higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I just don't like either of these pitchers. I think there's enough power in the top of both these lineups to get something done. So this is a 2.64x multiplier. All right, let's get to the NBA. NBA number 1, Tyrese Haliburton, higher than 2.5 3-pointers made. 4 for 8 last game. Another home game here. I think that he's going to get it done. Higher than 2.5 3-pointers for Tyrese Haliburton. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, lower than 33.5 points. He only had 24 last game. It was at 34.5 when we played it in the last game. But it's down a point. I still think we're going to be fine on the road. I don't think he's going to get as many calls as he does on that home floor. So 3.12x multiplier. And by home calls, I mean he's not going to go deep to the line as much as he would like. So Tyrese Haliburton higher than 2.5 3-pointers made. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander lower than 33.5 points. 3.12x multiplier. NBA number 2, Benedict Mathurin higher than 11.5 points. The guy had 20 in the last game. 11.5 is very low for a guy who can get hot. He shot like 75% in the last game. I don't think he's going to be that hot here, but also ride the hot hand. The other side of this entry, though, is going to be Chet Holmgren lower than 15.5 points. He had 20-something last game. He had 15 the game before. I think that it was a little bit of an outlier scoring for him. I think Jalen Williams is probably the guy who's going to do most of the scoring for the Thunder here, but I'm going to ride with Chet Holmgren lower than 15.5 points, Benedict Mathurin higher than 11.5 points, 3.12x multiplier. Continuing to Lotto entry number 1, Miles Turner higher than 2.5 3-pointers made. Freddie Freeman higher than 1.5 RBIs. That's very aggressive. Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 2.5 total bases. I teased it earlier. Yeah, I like Bobby Witt to have a big game here after 2 flat spots. 41.07x if it goes 3 for 3. I recommend flexing it. If it goes 3 for 3 on the flex, 20.53x or 5.07x if it goes 2 out of 3. Dong Squad number 1, Brent Rooker higher than 0.5 home runs. We know Rook Daddy can go yard on anybody. Nolan Arenado higher than 0.5 home runs against against Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta is a good pitcher. Nolan Arenado's got 4 dongs on him in his career. Byron Buxton higher than 0.5 home runs. Buxton's facing a young pitcher for the Astros. I like that. 121.74x multiplier. If you flex it, 60.87x or 10.29x on the flex. Dong Squad number 2. We're going Wyatt Langford higher than 0.5 home runs. Indoor stadium there down in Dallas. Go Langford. Agustin Ramirez higher than 0.5 home runs. He's got 8 home runs on the year. Mitch Parker going to throw on a meatball, baby. Jackson Merrill higher than 0.5 home runs. Another guy that I think is going to hit well in the Dome against Ryan Nelson and the D-backs. That is a 136.75x multiplier. If you flex it, 68.37x or 8.37x on the 2 out of 3 flex. Tennis entry number 1, Yuri Lehechka higher than 25.5 games played against Ben Shelton. I think we're going 3 sets here. That's really it. They're going 3 sets, and they could go 2 tie breaks and still get over for us. And then Amanda Anisimova lower than 0.5 sets against Emma Navarro. I just don't think Emma's playing that great right now, and I don't think her game is great for the grass. I think Amanda Anisimova should be able to steamroll her. 3.39x multiplier there. Next one, tennis number 2, Zizo Bergs higher than 23.5 games played against Mark Hall. Again, I think they're going probably 3 sets, and if not, we've got lots of opportunities for tie breaks. And then Bianca Andreescu versus Gabriela Ruse, lower than 0.5 sets lost. Again, power advantage going with BB here. 3x multiplier. Actually, it's like a 3.4x multiplier. All right, NHL entry number 1 for Saturday. Leon Draisaitl higher than 0.5 goals. Brad Marchand higher than 0.5 points. I'm going to keep on playing this entry every single day, every game. 3.3x multiplier. NHL entry number 2, Connor McDavid higher than 1.5 points. Sam Reinhart higher than 0.5 goals. 4.2x, big one there. UFC entry number 1 for Saturday. Malcolm Wellmaker, lower than 26.5 significant strikes. He's going to knock out Chris Matinho before he lands his 27th strike. Michael Chiesa, fight time lower than 14.99 minutes. against Court McGee. Both these guys are going to try to get a submission, and I think that they're going to gas out, and somebody's going to leave a neck exposed. 3.21x multiplier. UFC number 2, Mansoor Abdul Malik, lower fight time, lower than 5 minutes against Cody Brundage. Brundage is sloppy. Mansoor Abdul Malik is crazy powerful. Rodolfo Bellato, fight time lower than 7.5 minutes versus Paul Craig. Both these guys are sloppy. Bellato's looking for the knockout, and Craig is going to test his jiu-jitsu, and he also has a big kick that he can land. 3x multiplier. All right, 17 entries. That's all I got for you today. Good luck on your picks today and tomorrow. Let's make some money.